everyone, thanks for joining me today. My name is Rochelle Smith, and this week is this Sunday is my second in my card creation series using the Celebratory Sips Suite. So please let me know if you are joining me, say hello to me, and we'll be creating a card which I will work through a process today to share with you. So with my card creation series, how it works is that you can earn the card kit for all 4 cards from the month. You will get the card kit free when you place an order of $100 or more with me this month. So each month they get a different suite or a bundle, whatever I choose, and you can get you'll get all the cardstock, the designer series paper, any embellishments and things that I use. The kit is also available to purchase on its own, and I have all the details below for you. So if you want to purchase the kit, that's available, and that or the orders for that close at the end of the month. So there's a few ways to participate. If you're international and you want to purchase a PDF tutorial that can be purchased, that's emailed at the start of the next month. So each month, that's how the series works. So thank you for joining me on this Sunday. I appreciate that. And I have using probably, I love this piece of DSP, which is in the Celebratory Sips Suite. I haven't used a lot of it, but it's a really pretty paper, and I think you will love it. So just bear with me, and I'm kind of going with a different, just sharing this to my group as well. I'm going with a different sort of colors, not too much of different colors, but adding something deeper colors than I normally would. So stretching this out and expanding a bit with my comfort zone a little bit. So I hope you enjoy it. So let me turn my camera around and you can just get a glimpse of some of the paper I have chosen. I will be sharing some technique in this class as well. So you can craft along, or if you, I will just go through a process and you can get some tips and ask me any questions you have, and I will answer them as I go or after the replay if I miss it during the live. So for my focal point, I have been inspired by the DSP itself, and I'm basically this glass of a cocktail of green drink, and that I figured if I want to use several, you really only get 2 of the particular color in that with the leaves and things. So I thought I can make my own, and I wanted to show you how to do that. So to start with, I've got a piece of basic white, and I've got smoky slate as my piece, my ink to ink up with, and the glass is going to be inked up with smoky slate. So, and I'm going to stamp right here. So that's what we're going to do to start with. I'm also going to be stamping with Tuxedo Black a few different elements, and I will maybe some leaves and things like that. But we'll first start with this, and then we can continue doing the rest. Then next thing I'm going to do is take these ice cubes, and we're going to stamp them on my masking paper. So with masking paper, it's shiny on one side and sort of a flat on the other, so like a matte finish. I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to be using this to mask some ice cubes, which we'll be stamping later. I'm going to give it a clean because I'm going to be stamping in another color later. And when we cut a mask out, you want to cut just inside the line, and this is inside. This is like a temporary temporary stickiness, which you can use to block out a piece, and I will show you how that works once we have colored our glass and how we're going to use this. So just getting some preparation done. I'm not going to take any backing off this at the moment. Hope you've had a great day today and an enjoyable weekend. So I'm starting off with lemon lime twist. Hi, Mani, how you going? Oh, thanks, Mani. I will. It's probably going to be, I don't know, less hectic maybe than the first week, hopefully. And I hope you have a good week back at school. So I'm using light lemon lime twist. Now I'm drawing sort of a line here just to give myself my margin there. When I go back to work after a holiday, it's always hard, I find, to sleep on that night, like the night you go back. Maybe for me, I don't know, but it's possibly because I've had, like, leading up to it, I generally have lots of late nights and things. And that kind of possibly also you kind of thinking about going back to work and plays with your brain sometimes, doesn't it? So that's still on light lemon lime twist. I am following kind of that pattern here, the one any of these. You can gain inspiration from your designer series papers. So now I'm bringing in my dark lemon lime twist, and I'm going to add a darker color here, and I'm going to bring in some darkness here. It's very rough, and I'm also going to bring in some granny apple green. This is no, that's light granny apple green, so it's still quite tonally. It works and blends in nicely. Same, Mani. I try to, like, the week before, try to kind of go to sleep a bit earlier, but does not work. I'm just hopeless. I do either work or just stay watching something or doing stuff. Never mind. You soon get back into the swing of things because you're so tired after your first day. You'll come back and sleep nicely. So I'm going back with dark lemon lime twist. I will probably go back with my brush tip just to blend that in. So this way you're not dependent on having that DSP all the time, because sometimes you may cut that up and then you may not have that particular glass if you want to, say, make multiples and things like that. Of course, you can change up your colors. So right here, I'm adding a bit more. Just turn paper, which I've done, to kind of help with your blending. Now your brush tip will be better than this, maybe. Mine's because probably I've done a lot of flicking of color and splattering, etc. All right, so now I'm going to bring in my white craft ink, and this comes in like the pad comes uninked. So this is an older version, but what can happen when you purchase it now, it comes uninked and you get a refill. Yes, it's been very good. Break has been good. It's always really nice to just take some time and relax. So I'm going to leave that to dry. It does take, it's a little bit wet, and I will take some, leave it to dry. I'm going to bring in a line. Now we did do lines last week too. It just happened, so happens that it was totally unplanned in that sense. But I want to, what do I want to do? Mask this off. Now you can use washi, or you can use masking paper or whatever. Now masking paper can be used, reused a few times. I'm taking just a bit of scrap here. So when you take the backing off, you're left with this sticky. I just basically take most of this really stickiness off, and I'm going to, I could have gone with the masking technique again to do all this, but I'm not going to worry because it's not a major amount that I have to mask. So with the line, maybe I'll bring this up a bit, this one, right there, and a little bit over. It's not gonna matter, it's white, right? So you get half, you can see that you get half line. We're going to color that in anyway, but I'm going to leave that to dry for a few minutes while I work on some other pieces. Next I have, so this is this, I didn't show you the stamp set. Normally I do show you the stamp set. So this is the stamp set that we're working with. Have I done white embossed on the glass at all? Meaning like with the, do you mean with the ice cubes, Marnie? Is that what you are meaning? Or maybe I'm not quite getting it. Or do you mean like the cups, the glasses, ice embossed? No, I have not done that with white embossing. I have not done that. Well, you could do that as well. That's another way to get that effect. I'm going to do probably, maybe I'll do, I probably should have colored a few and had ready, but I didn't. So let's do 4 now. At least we have enough to then for the inside of the card and the outside. So I'm going to go, trying not to mess these up. This is Old Olive. These are quite quick to color because they are just kind of just lines, filling in those lines. This week is going to be like, it's relaxing but busy, if you know what I mean. Like on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we have our virtual album retreat with Stampin' Up. So that's from 6 a.m. to 2:30. So I reckon I'll be having some sort of a nana nap in the afternoon. Probably go to the movies one day to see the Jurassic World movie. I like going to the movies. And so we'll probably go for that. And got a few things. And then we have our Stamping Lounge class, our monthly class, which is on Saturday evening. So that's after my retreat. We'll have that. And that's we're doing the cornflower bundle. So if you like that bundle, you can join us. You can either purchase the class on its own, which is $24.95, or you can purchase a membership at $24.95, which will give you 1 month's access to everything in the lounge. Now, that's a recurring subscription, but that you can cancel. So if you don't want to continue, you can cancel at any time. But I don't think you'd want to leave because there's so much content. You will not want to leave, and so much fun, really. We have so much fun. And we have such lovely feedback. People are just enjoying it so much. So we're really grateful for the support. So I've colored all them in light old olive. You probably don't even need to add any shading, but I'm going to go with a bit of just some dark lemon lime twist, just at the base maybe, just for something different. And you might not even notice a thing. Coloring is so relaxing, yes, Marnie. So good. My daughter was saying we need a coloring day, Mum, to sit and color because thought we'll do it this holidays, and it's been last week we were out looking for a car for her, and it's just been hectic. All right, so we're done that. I'm gonna just make sure that's okay. I think it looks, you can see the shine kind of going on it. So, and if I just want to add one more ice cube on top. So again, I'm just taking that stickiness off so it will come off easily. And we will what I am going to do is put something here under, because I'm turning it in such a way that we may get a bit extra here. It does go, it's no problem. It's just how, that's it. Gonna get that look of a third ice cube. I'll take that off in a second. So if you do that, you're not going to get so much of a residue. Now, if I wanted to, I have got, if you can do heat embossing on that, or you can go over for some extra detail, even with a kind of a gel pen. It gives a bit of extra detail. You can do that. Just, it's not going to be too visible. Remember, it's in a glass, so you're not going to be able to see it too much. I'm going to go with light granny apple green. Maybe just going to check the color. No, maybe I'll go with dark lemon lime twist and stay with the same color here and give it my lime a bit of color. And like I said, I was just getting inspiration from the DSP. Now this is a little bit tricky to see, and I am kind of winging it here a bit. I can just faintly see it. It gives that look of the lime. I could even add a bit of granny apple here just for the center. That's probably more lime-like in the color. So our glass is done, and I will die cut it, but I'm just going to leave that to dry a little more. The other elements that I have for my card, I'll bring them out in a sec, is, so we've got to get the die for that. And I've got my card pieces. So I thought, this is layout that I've seen that we have on the Stampin' Lounge. So I've basically copied that. So this is, other side is all olive paper. I'm matching it onto Mossy Meadow, right? So I'll bring that down a bit so you can see. Hi, Lucia. How has your day been today? The cornflower, yeah, it's the cornflower, not the cornflower. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a really big flower. So come, you're gonna get. I've seen all our cards because we don't talk before we create. We do our own cards, my historical and I, and then we've seen them all, and they're all different. So come join us. It's going to be fun. So this paper is the Be Mine Designer Series paper. So this is my color combination, which I'm thinking it's quite an unusual combination for me, but I think it's working. And sometimes, like, you've got to try a bit. I've been adventurous lately, and I went with, even though I think a lot of this might be old olive, you've got that mossy meadow look, and that kind of really picked up on the look. I've got this, which I already die cut from the Spotlight on Nature. Lots of cleaning. Oh my goodness, I need to do that. And I've got a piece of patina pulp, which I'm going to cut some flowers out of. I've got tons of leaves cut out of Mossy Meadow. This is the Gallery Blooms. And I was just thinking of the inside of my card and the actual, what do you call, the envelopes and things. I thought I'll cut a whole lot of them. And an inside for my card. So far, that's what we've got. So we'll start kind of doing some die cutting. So I'll start with this, and I'm going to leave that a little more to dry, the cup, because it may need a touch more. But I've been using a gel pen lately a lot, and I find it it's just nice for highlighting the whites in your cards and or in certain things, not all the time, but it's nice to highlight things. So I'm definitely out of the line when I color these. They're so small, these leaves, you can't even see them, and it doesn't matter because I don't know, you may not need a magnifying glass, but I need a magnifying glass to see it. It's really so tiny. And when you put it amongst other things, it doesn't matter because it looks like there's lots of leaves in there. And that's what I feel like. It's just like an arrangement of heaps of leaves. Busy, lots of cleaning, and I guess you have lots of your craft room as well, Lucia, with still got to do that. It's hard. You've been out of it for a while, so you've got to put it together. You've got that. Oh, you love the color combo. Thank you. Oh, and that's what I've just picked up on the DSP for that, actually. That's just how that came together. And you know what? I actually forgot I had this live because I didn't feel like today was Sunday. And I've gone on my Mary reading stuff today. I've got this to do. This is my class tonight. And we're on holiday sometimes. We forget what day it is. It's easy to just go about and day to day. Forget what date. And when everyone's home, it's definitely hard sometimes. July 26th is our Christmas in July event. If you have not signed up, it's a free event with the Stamping Lunch, so please sign up. You just need to register for it, and you get invited to a private Facebook group. You will get access, sent the links to join a Zoom class on the 26th of July. Now, if the time isn't convenient for you, don't worry. You can watch the replay on Facebook. As always, that with the Facebook rules, it'll be deleted after 1 month, but our replays are available on our classroom platform with the stampinglounge.com. So that will be there for all time for you to watch when it's convenient for you. So we've got fun projects using different products. So you're in for a treat if you have registered. So come and join us. Oops. So next month I have decided what my class for my card creation series is going to be. It's going to be the Painterly pairs. So if you want to craft along and you want to get that bundle this month and get this kit free, you can purchase it this month and then you get this kit free because place an order for 100, you get the kit free. So that's my Painterly pairs is next month. Then we may have to do a couple of months of Christmas, I think, because I don't know, Christmas will be upon us before we know it. Oh, hang on, let me check this one. I think might as well die cut that. I think that's okay. Shouldn't have put my die cutting machine away here. Yeah, so this, like I was saying, the sketches from the lounge. We have our first series. We have released them in sets of 50, so we have like 50 at the moment with our color combos. So I'm gonna stick this down, and we have a bit less things going around. Now with this suite, I haven't used the ribbon that came with it. I have used it for other projects, but for this, I don't think I've used it for either of the any of these cards. It was that gold ribbon. As I'm looking at this project, I'm even pulling this out from the Painterly Pairs. I think might be nice. When it's holidays, every day is fun day. That's it. It's just nice to know, like most times you don't have alarms or sort of a flexi timetable. I'm going to stick this down first because this is the full length of the card. So I've got it in my patina pop backing. I'll pop the supply list link after this because, as you know, I'm never quite done till I do it live and then I work it out. I'll open this up. I got the suite this just a week gone. Haven't had a play with it yet. That is very nice. I know it's got a vintagey look, but I think it may work. We'll see. May not, but just got to try it. And then twisted that so that the tails are like that. That paper is so pretty, isn't it? That's nice. So you don't always have to stick to the same suite. Look for other designer series paper that will work in with your colors or designs that you're creating, because that, I think, even though it's like the beehive, that hexagon, I've done it like not the way the hexagons go, and I know it's not right, but I've just done it as a geometric shape, and it looks nice. I'm meant to actually, because I'm silly, stick that down there, so I'm going to release that a bit there so I can tuck in my circle. I just need half of this, so I'm going to cut that. I'm very good at the afterthoughts. So I go, oh, I should have done that. So let's get some, I think I need to do some patina and pop better blending, just a touch to kind of bring it all in together. Let me have, it looks like it was patina pop there to start with, but better be safe. Just very faint. I'm doing it there. A little more at the bottom. So I'm still able to mess around with that. So there's a lot of green going on here, and I will understand that, and but I think it works because it's different tones of green. I'll use that one's a bit askew the way I've cut it. So I'm bringing in like that. And I'll see whether I need to use that ribbon or not. Whether it works. I think it actually is quite nice. And then we have to do her sentiment. And my word, I haven't got embossing on this. I don't know what is wrong with me. There's no dry embossing. I'm clearly not well. Thanks, Lucia. You love the combination of the DSP. Can trim that down in a sec. Okay, so for the sentiment, I thought something, I like sometimes smaller sentiments, and I think they work a little bit better. For these sort of designs, you've got heavy, like a lot of pattern going on. Work. Let's stamp it on this. Maybe too much, but we'll see. It's just the tiniest sentiment, this one. It feels like I got too much ink on one side. If you have an old kind of banner punch or anything like that, when you have small sentiments like this, that's your quickest way to do, like I've got that. I haven't used it in a while, but it was a tab punch or something like that. That is ideal for things like this because it's so thin. It saves you having to mess around trying to cut, trim down things. So look at something that may help you speed up the process a bit. I am going to also die cut some flowers from this. This is the Floral Impressions dies. These are some little flowers that were in that set. And we can just add some in there somewhere. And again, you can use scrap for this, for these flowers. I cut a bunch and have it ready. So you get 6 at one hit, which is great. So if you're just joining, this is the Celebratory Sips card creation series, and I'm using the Cheers and Sips bundle from that suite. And just finishing up on this card, I may add a bit of blending. I know they're tiny. Very tiny. You kind of have to pull them off, and so this will be a very rough kind of blend, and I'm just trying to bring in a little bit of blackberry bliss into this, just so that it can tie in a bit. And blackberry bliss is quite a strong color, so you're going to want to get rid of most of it. Just deepening that color a little bit so that it so it has that same tone, and it also, instead of you going from white and blending, it already got that tone in there. Oh, okay, let me just get this. I'm just going to give it a bit of a, use your piercing mat, and you can do this with your scoring tool as well. That'll be fine for this. And if you press in the center, it's going to pop up the petals. All right, so now we better stick these down. There's nothing stuck down. Yes, I'm just tucking it under there. I'm going to put one dimensional at the bottom just to get that on, and then we can add one towards the top, just to get it in place. And then we can stick these leaves down. Just curving that with my fingers. You can use a bone folder. They're a little bit delicate because they've got the slits through the middle, so just be a little bit careful. Now, because I had not stuck that down, I can easily move that. Some mini dimensionals just here towards the top, and some glue at the bottom. Okay, so then that's going to pop that up for you. I haven't decided where I'm putting those flowers. I just thought it was a great idea. Just in my brain, it was there, but who knows where it's going to go. So lifting the one I put earlier a little bit up, and this one to the sort of a little bit down that way. Maybe not. Adjust. Those gallery blooms dies, they get stuck like really, because they're so fine. Once you stick them on, kind of get stuck to the other parts. So now I'm going to add on my glass this one, just to hold it in place. So this was what I was thinking, just a few flowers sprinkled, and they don't have to be in any order. I think it's going to add some nice color. So a little bit like dimensions, like embellishments. Put them kind of on your triangular arrangement. Sets of 3. This one will just go over the glass a bit. And this one, I want him a bit to the left, so you can see that. I'm not sure whether I want this smaller or larger. Maybe smaller. I think it needs something here. Okay. All right, straight across. We're gonna have them straight. Because the glass is on an angle, I should put that straight. That is my thinking. Maybe this way. Thank you so much, Ronnie. I appreciate that. Not as I'm just talking, what I'm like what's in my brain is coming out in the words. I'm just going, y'all get to hear my thought process, which is very interesting sometimes. That ribbon's pretty, isn't it? Nice, nice ribbon. Has a bit of a festive touch with that, especially on the other side too. It's all gold and things. I tucked it underneath because I just felt it was a little bit heavy, but it adds a nice look and a contrast against that petunia pop. I will trim that down so we don't need such a big, maybe a bit angled. And this way. Okay, so that's the outside done. I haven't put any embellishments yet because I just hadn't worked out what I was doing, but we can work that out. So we've got that. I had put together this, just DSP and some mossy meadow. Might add some of that petunia pop or whatever was on my blending brush before. Yeah, whatever was left over there, it doesn't matter. Just to give a purple tinge. Oh, Amani, what do I do with all my cards? This is my issue. I have got so many. I don't know what to do with them. Because I don't do markets. I used to, and I don't. It just takes a lot of time. And I really need I was trying to work out what to do myself today. I was thinking this is getting ridiculous. Like you can send so many, but like when you're making so many a week, it gets kind of out of control. So if there's anyone needing cards, get on to me. I need some space. Oh Lord. What did I do with my flowers? Don't tell me I threw them. I'm not silly. Oh no, they're here. Sometimes I thought I might have become a bit absent-minded. So because I cut a few extras in this, I can put that there. Just in that there. Do this here. Hospitals love them. Really? That's a good idea. Yeah, I'd rather donate them than just like willy-nilly put them here and there, but I guess thank yous and get wells and maybe some blanket. You could easily take the sentiments off some of them, I reckon. Like there's you just have to like take, what do you call, the heat gun to it, and the sentiments would come off if they're not stamped directly on the card, which most of the time I don't. And that's a really good idea. Because like sometimes you just hang on to things and you go, no, it's better off someone enjoying, enjoying them. I do, like I within our school, like our team, I sort of give all the cards for birthdays and things, and then at least that way. And I was thinking of giving like the school some thank yous, like if teachers want to or staff want to encourage each other, or just you're amazing, those kind of sentiments. That's sometimes nice to give people. You've donated to the hospitals. Yeah, that's fantastic. Definitely worth doing. So I've done the inside, maybe some embellishments on really. I think something perhaps to go with that Goldie. I don't know. We'll have a look. What's here? No, they're too light. So something simple. That's what I was thinking with gold. Because you don't want too much color, maybe. Are they gold? Yeah, there's gold in there. I haven't used much. These are adhesive back metallic gems. I'm assuming they are still alive and well in and not in last chance. I don't think they are. This might be okay because it kind of brings in a bit of sparkle to it. Start with that corner because I kind of want one in that corner. And then we can mess around here a bit. Yeah, that's sort of a bit more sparkly than putting the same color. Right, we are done. Second card is done. I'm just going to decorate in real life in the same way, but I just want to show you. So we've did some masking, even though you can just see a little bit of the ice cubes we colored, and I was basically following the DSB and added some extra leaves or foliage in between there, and that's the inside of the card. Hope you have enjoyed that, and if you recreate it, I'd love to see a photo, and maybe you'll do it in another colorway. Night, Marnie. I hope you have an awesome week back at school. Thank you so much for joining me, and enjoy your week. I hope you have a safe week, everyone. Bye-bye.